Hi, this is Kathy McAllister. Whee! I got a butterfly. Um, Give it a second. All right, this is Kathy McAllister, and I've got a butterfly that's flying around. Whee! So I just cut these butterflies with the laser cutter, and I especially wanted to drop out all the little bits and pieces because I wanted to try to do something a little different, and I was going to play around with this and not be on camera, but I decided to bring you guys along for the ride. So what am I going to do with this? All right, well, I've got to move the camera down so I can show you what I'm getting ready to play with. And let me see here. Yeah, that's in the right direction. Okay, so straighten that puppy out. So this is an LED lamp, and I think I may have this reversed. Yes, I do. Let me ice resin. Let's see. Nope. One of these directions is correct. Okay, there we go. So this is an LED light as well. It cost about $9 or something. And this is from Amazon. It's a brand I got off of Amazon. It is also a resin product that is specifically for UV light. So I cut these butterflies and made them lacy like this. I painted this one in this traditional burnt umber, kind of a color wash, and then I did this one in asphaltum, and then I came back with these paint pens. So this is acrylic paint marker from Resin, and you can tell I used the black first. I didn't want to completely obliterate all the brown I had used. I mean, and you could do it as dark or as light as you want. And then I used the gold to do a bit of trim. And the other day, I was doing a mixed media piece, which I need to finish, but I used this product here. This is the other one. So I used these products to make that embossed and metallic. And I thought, just for interest, I might put a little bit more of the gold just to make this gold a little bit more 3D. And I used glue the last time to do this. And now I'm going to try something, since this is kind of like an embossing powder that you set with a heat tool. I am going to try the Versamark. I don't know if this is going to work. If it doesn't, then I'm going to go back to using glue for it. But let me get a piece of paper. This has been used already, but it's okay. Let's see. I don't even know if this has much Versamark left in it. It's been a while since I used it. I used to use a Versamark in embossing powder all the time when I did paper crafting. Alright, but I don't do much paper crafting anymore. So let's see how much of that sticks. It's sticking a bit. So it is sticking to that Versamarker. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So let me continue. I think this Versamarker has seen better days. Alright, so I'm just rubbing it on, and the Versamarker pen, it gives the embossing powder something to stick to. Alright. It has a little bit of open time to it because it's kind of sticky. Okay. So we have some of this ice resin on here now. And you have to use a heat tool to get it to change from a powder to a metallic. I don't think that's going to come off. Let me get my surface clean. Here's my heat tool. So when I used this product the other day, I found I had to really get this product hot in order to get it to melt the powder. So it's starting to go. You have to be careful when you're doing this not to pick it up when it's super hot, because it's like a molten plastic if you pick it up while it's hot. So just be careful. And if you don't fully heat it, then it's going to be powdery, and you don't want that either. Okay, I think that's got it all. So I will lift it and bring it to you because I don't want to touch it just yet. So that is so cool. Wow. Huh. Wow. So that really does work. Okay. So now that we have that all blingy and shiny and it looks like a bit of metal, this is actually designed to work on jewelry metal to create an enameled look on your jewelry pieces that you're working on. So, but I'm a mixed media artist. I do what I like. It's like, oh, well, let's try it this way. I don't know if it's going to work that way. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to use some mica and the resin, and we're going to fill in all these beautiful bits. And resin doesn't stick onto silicone. So this is a silicone baking sheet. So I can work directly on this, try to clean it up so it doesn't pick up some of the previous glitter that I was using. And also in the paper crafting days and mixed media, I use these beautiful mica colors. So this is from Color Art, as is this ginger peach. So what I might do, and this is a I don't know which brand that was, but what I might do is take these two and use them. Or, let me see, I'll show you how obsessive I am, because this is part of my collection of mica powders. I have more. It's sad. I mean, you know, if you can't own all of it, then what's the point? I mean, only owning 2 or 3, what's the point, right? Okay, so what I want to do is possibly use the oranger one up here and the golder one down here. And this has a lot more orange. Well, so one is more brilliant. I don't know. This might be too close. But I love that gold. I'm gonna just use this one. Okay. Or should I use that one? Ugh. I don't know. Okay. So whenever you use resin, they highly suggest that you use gloves. You don't really want the resin to get on your skin. It can be irritating. So I'm going to put gloves on. I always find I can't do anything with gloves on, though. I'm so clumsy with them. Okay, and I've got this really fancy tool here. It's, you know, when you go to ice cream shops and you ask for samples, well, that's what these spoons are. But they're great for doing crafts like this. Okay, let me open this up. Look how beautiful that is. Ooh, I love it. Okay, I'm not even sure how much of this resin I need. Like I said, I'm just bringing you guys along for the ride. I don't know how this is going to work. We're just going to play with it. Okay, so scoop some of this in. Okay. I know you don't want to use too much because then it can mess up the resin, so it doesn't really cure as well as it should. So yeah, that's very pretty. Look at that. Yum yum. I love it. Okay. So, like I said, I haven't done this before. You guys get to see me do silly things. All right. So this is the type, again, of resin that cures with a UV lamp. Now, I do have a blowtorch somewhere to get the bubbles out. Sometimes you can get some of the bubbles out with a heat tool. Okay, so here goes nothing, and I'm going to try to keep it more in the open areas if at all possible. I may not be very successful doing that. I think that the resin requires about a minute and a half usually to fully cure. Maybe a bit longer. So it is moving around a bit, but it will affect the back of the butterfly a little bit, but that's not really an issue if you're using it in mixed media and it's only the front of the butterfly that's going to show. Of course, I didn't announce that I was going live, so I have nobody watching me live right now. I know I've got to get better. I got to get more organized. I realize, but you know, I had a busy week. I've been cutting laser pieces all week long. I've got a class coming up on April 17th and April 24th. We're doing a farm bundle of a chicken, Highland cow, a barn, and a milk bottle. And I literally spent the entire week cutting about 40 pieces. And I have the slowest laser cutter right now. So I can see as I'm doing this, you know, you could be more careful than me, but you are going to probably end up getting resin in some of the places where you just did that beautiful, or I just did that beautiful enamel. But hey ho, I'm good with it. So you could do something that was a little bit more orange than gold to kind of look like a monarch. But I just really like this gold. So I say, do what makes you feel good. And once you do this, you can add in glitter if you want. If you want it to be more than just mica, you can add in beads. Normally I'd be listening to music, but can't do that in a live on Facebook. Because of copyrights and all. I love that. Of course, Can't didn't show it to you, so hopefully you can see it. But there. Now, what do I want? I could add glitter, but I wanna add in some of these gold beads. So these are for nails. Of course, you can use them for whatever kind of mixed media that you're doing. Now the problem is this isn't going to want to release. I might have to try to use tweezers. Oh yeah, this is going to be irritating. It's going to be really difficult to get this to work. I could be here all night doing this. Uh-oh, that one went the wrong way. Oops, it just went down. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try setting this a little bit so it's that you're able to put the bits on top of it. So I'm going to try setting this. Now I can't move it, so I can't put it in my LED lamp that I use on my nails. So I'm going to use my flashlight because, you know, we can't lift it because it has it's liquid at the bottom. Okay, so let's just see. So since I have to go back over all the pieces, it's going to take me longer than a minute and a half. This isn't quite as bad as watching paint dry. So of course on the antennas you might want to create antennas with a wire, and they could be attached with resin as well, and probably that would have been a smart thing to have that ready so that when the liquid resin hit it, it would become permanent. But since I'm just playing and just starting to play, that I wasn't that organized. Alright. So this piece has come up. Yeah, it's already hard. So I'm not able to shift that piece right there. Ooh, okay, it's still liquidy at the bottom. Let's have a look. How liquidy is it? Okay. All right, now I have just put it into my LED lamp over here. All right, I'm going to clean that up. So if you're watching this on the replay. I'd be interested to know if any of you have done anything like this with resin jewelry. I've made some jewelry, but I've not done this with wood pieces. And of course you don't want to put that in your LED lamp. There's my lamp. My well-known brand. Yeah, it's like, ooh, that looks good. It's got enough stars on it. It's cheap. Okay, so that was in there for a minute. And it probably needs to cure up a little bit. That's the back side. Oh, that is just really pretty. Oh my goodness. Oops, I see an area. I see a couple of areas in there that I need to put some resin in. So I'm just going to cure that a little bit, another minute. And then we're going to put some stuff on it. So you could put whatever kind of beads or bling that you want to put. And then the point is to use it in your mixed media. So I like to do acrylic painting pieces and then come and have a free-flowing butterfly or something. It's usually the way that I use them. Okay. Let's see. It probably could use a little bit more, but let me, I'm going to add some resin into a couple of these areas. That got missed on the first go. Okay, just use that. Oops, I see another spot I missed. So this is, one of these processes that, just takes a bit of time. So this little UV flashlight works good in regards to when you can't lift the piece, it will set the resin. I should have gotten a wider flashlight that would have covered all of it without me having to go like this, back and forth, Okay, let's see how much of it. Oh, okay, good. It didn't ooze through like the first go round. Okay. All right. So now that we did that, we can either use clear resin or we can continue to use this since we already have it mixed up. Yeah, this is going to be the tough bit, doing these little guys. I definitely want to get another jewel over the top of that one. So you're just going to use a tiny amount. I can see why you probably might want to use clear, because you don't necessarily need any more gold. Try to get some of these out. Okay. All right. It's a slightly bigger rhinestone there. Just going to kind of spread it out so it's not going to cure or set until you put in the UV. So you're just going to use the resin almost as a glue. And you just have to remember where you put it. So what's sticky and ready to go. Can't remember if I put some there. Let's see. Okay, let's have a look at that. Nope, I didn't put any there. Now I'm kind of doing tone on tone, but you know, you could introduce whatever kinds of rhinestone colors you want, or beads, or if you want to come in with a bit of glitter. Or if you want it to do gold, then orange, then red, you could vary it up a little bit. That needs to be smaller there. Get a smaller one. Okay. Yeah, that's way too much now. I had a smaller one there, and I've just put bigger one over the top of the smaller one. That doesn't look like it has much resin right there, so let me do a little bit more. Okay. Okay, so those are yellow, and then I've got a whole bunch of different colors here. I'm going to use the orange. And so I can continue to do them in the crevices, or if you wanted, you could also put them along the edge. It's kind of up to you where you want to put them. So this is really fun and easy. So use the orange to give it just a little bit more contrast. I hope you all are having really enjoyable plans this weekend, Easter weekend. that you're getting together with family and enjoying yourselves, going on some Easter egg hunts if you've got wee ones. Okay, there we go. It's kind of interesting. It definitely creates a vintage vibe. All right, so of course it's got to be cured again. So we're going to put it into the the UV lamp, and we'll do it for initially a minute. So any resin that you have left over, if you have it near the lamp, it will start curing it. So if you want to save your resin, make sure you move it away from your lamp. Okay. It's still curing. All right, so that was a minute. And just for good measure, I'm going to put it back in. Now, the only thing I wish is that the body of the butterfly hadn't gotten resin where I had the black. I'll have to see if I can fix that with the pen, with the marker. Oops, I just see that one of my beads actually shifted. Get rid of that one. I'm not sure where that one was supposed to go. Put that back in. Okay. All right. So I think that is done. Oh man, that is so cool. So for instance, if you look at it, like here, using it like something like that, man, that is so vintagey. And again, it's not very difficult. And the LED lamps are not very expensive at all. So so let me just see. So you can go back over some of it with a marker. Yeah. So then what I would do is I would create some wire antenna to put on behind here, the way I did on this piece here. But I love this. So I am going to cut some more of these and put them on my website, so you can buy the blanks that will be similar to this. This one is a stain on it, color wash, but I'm going to put some of those on my website because, man, these are just way too fun. So cute, so pretty. All right, well, thanks for coming and playing with me today, and I hope you all have a wonderful Easter weekend if you celebrate, and I'll see you the next time I go live. Bye, guys.